wish I could take you guys inside of an Amish basement. All summer we would can for the winter, and then all winter we would can for the summer, which may sound a little weird, but it makes sense if you think about it, because they don't have freezers or fridges. They do have ice houses, but they're not that big. So during the summer they had to can all their fruits and vegetables. During the winter they had to can all their meat, which meant in the summer, while the basement was emptying out of meat, it was filling up with vegetables and fruits and stuff. In the winter, when it was emptying out with fruits and vegetables, it was filling up with fresh meats. It's a very nice cycle. And we never bought our sides for our meals, and we always had sides every single day. We cooked 3 times a day. We had to have plenty of sides, and one common one that we had was sauerkraut, and it's really simple to make. Today I have this head of cabbage here that needs to be used. We used to can I don't know, maybe a dozen heads a day, but I just have 1 head here, so I'm gonna can it. You wanna make sure you cut it in half first, and then I always like to quarter it so I can cut the stump out better. Or maybe it's called a stem, I don't know. Also make sure you peel off the outer layer of leaves. And in my opinion, this cabbage head is very tiny. The cabbage heads we used to can were twice as big as this. They would be like this round. Once you have these all quartered up, we're gonna take our grater. I'm gonna take the coarse grating part, and we're gonna grate that up. And whenever we did this, we didn't grate it by hand. We always grated it with one of those things where you just put your cabbage head in and then turn it. I just realized I don't have enough empty pint jars to can this whole head, so I'm just gonna do half for now. Now you wanna make sure you have clean jars, and we're just gonna use a funnel so we don't have that big of a mess. And we're gonna put our cabbage in there, and you wanna make sure you pack it down very firmly. Leave some space like we always do when we're canning. And once you have it all packed in, you need something round. I'm just using this to handle, and you want to poke a little hole in the middle of that cabbage. This was always the fun part of doing this, because I did not really like making sauerkraut. And just in case you didn't know, sauerkraut is actually German for sour cabbage. And we're just going to take salt and put it in that hole, and it shouldn't fill it all the way up either. Now you need boiling water, and we're going to fill that jar all the way up with water. And it may take a little bit. Should just look something like that. Now you know what to do. Take a clean wet towel and just clean the edge of that. And in case you forgot what that's for, it's so it can seal so there's no dirt or anything underneath. Now we take our clean lids, and I like to boil mine a little bit in hot water so the rubber kind of swells up a little bit. Just put it on there, then turn your rings on there tightly. Now this is a 30-day process, so I will not be back with a part 2 or anything unless it is way down the road. But you want to let this ferment for 30 days at room temperature, and it should seal. But if it doesn't, just let it ferment, and then once it's fermented, just put it in the fridge so it keeps. And once you open it, once you break the seal, you have to keep it refrigerated. But it should turn into sauerkraut in 30 days. It's really good. It's really good for you. And happy eating. The recipe for it is in my Amish cookbook on my website, socialsbylavina.com. You can get that on my profile or in the caption, or you can just type it into your browser. So I hope you have fun with it.